Ladies and gentlemen, here's the intro. Snuck that in for you. Welcome, as always, one and all to the channel. Hope that you're doing well and having a great one out there, wherever you may be. You may be Skokie, Illinois. You might be in Orlando, Florida, like me. You might be up Lake Mary, Florida, for all I know. I don't know where you are, but wherever you are, thank you so much for being here. You might be in Nevada. I don't know. Anyways, today we're going to listen to Mike Keneally. We're going to listen to this track, DNA. This is off of the 2002 album, Wood and Smoke, released 2002. We're listening to this because it was recommended and sponsored by Randy. So Randy, thank you so much for the suggestion. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, I've never heard of Mike Keneally, so as usual, I like to pull up the Wikipedia article just to take a look. And he's an American guitarist, keyboardist, vocalist, and composer. He leads his own band and is also known for a stint with Frank Zappa, and for working as a session musician with a lot of other people. Big discography here. That's a big discography. Here's a lot of things these people who's worked with. Frank Zappa recordings. Any that we've listened to? No, nothing that we've heard, at least looking at that. And of course, recordings with other artists. There's a lot on here. Dweezil Zappa. Let's see, who do we recognize? Screaming Jay Hawkins, didn't we do a track by them? I think a long time ago. Kevin Gilbert, we did a track by him. Steve Vai, Mo Muzzler, that's a funny name. James LaBrie from Dream Theater. Lots of people here. Over, ooh, an Over shout out. That's really cool. Death Clock, Mastodon, Devin Townsend. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's go ahead and listen to the track. We will talk about it a little bit after. Here we go. So intense, but so calm at the same time.
One, two, three.
Nice style to it. You think it's just him or the two guitarists playing here? Like that gentle pulse. It's a very interesting change here. I don't know. It definitely has like that oddity sound to it. This is different. I have zero idea on what to think about that. And I need another listen because I genuinely don't know what to think. Okay. It sounded like this sounded like the concept of a piece of music in which we were getting like little hints of what the music could be, but not quite an answer. More questions were raised rather than musical answers. Like, but it's really interesting. I can definitely hear like why he would have played with Zappa or like Devin Townsend and like all these different artists, because there is a little bit of an eccentric oddity I feel like in the whole sound of the music. Like even when you're getting into something more straightforward like the ending guitar solo, the mood of it, I don't know if it's just me, it just oddly plods along like a penguin without a suit. But like the intro, I thought was really fantastic. That guitar playing in the beginning is magical. I thought that was like, this seems very hard to do. That is such a brilliant setup and a brilliant introduction. I can't see the fingering, but I can imagine the fingering and how it's done. And I don't know, well, I'm assuming that in that part it's just him singularly on a guitar, just one guitar. But it's absolutely wonderful. I'm imagining his fingers just like fluttering right there. I'll look really quick to see if I can find a live performance. Maybe we can find something. But like I thought that intro was just really, really stellar and like a great introduction into the track. And even when it moved into this section here, hold on. No, right here. It felt like a stark transition, a soft stark transition, but one nonetheless. And I wasn't quite sure like where the song was going to or where it was building up. But that section even here was like very mysterious and like there's a hollowness to it. There's a lot of unique sounds that are being performed here. The guitar is gone until you hear the rise right now, but it feels very like impressionistic. I don't know. It feels like here's hints towards what this is. You fill in the gaps in your mind in some capacity, which I thought was really, really like interesting. I'm trying to, by the way, as I'm talking, find a live performance, but I am not yielding any results whatsoever. Actually, I might have found something. I may have found something. Anyways, and then, like I said, by the time it gets to like the guitar solo near the end, it's still in this weird mood, but just like a soft hollowness. I don't know. I can't say, if I'm being honest, I can't say off the top of my head, like, I enjoyed this. I can't. I'd be dishonest if I said that. But it does leave me very curious. It definitely has my attention. I'm just pulling up a live performance here. It's a more recent, and by recent I mean 12 years ago, show. Let me put you guys up here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, so it's him solo. Like, that's good. If you'll indulge me, I just want to skip a little bit. I like the simplicity of their setup. Here you go, here's that middle section. Like, I feel like in watching this live and how it's performed, I feel like this is not a studio jam. That's not what I mean. But I feel like this is almost the band experimenting together. I guess you could argue and call that jamming. But I feel like they're more experimenting together. Like I said, on one hand, I think it's cool. I think there's some cool moments in the tones. I genuinely can't say that I can't say that I enjoyed it though, 100%. I didn't love it, but it does leave me curious, if I'm just being honest. But I would happily listen to more though from him, especially because I did pull up his website because I was trying to find lyrics, but obviously this was instrumental. And as I looked on his website directly, I mean, Andy Partridge commented on this album, when critics use the word mature to describe somebody's music, it's usually code for old and boring. Well, I'm wrestling the word back to apply it in its proper sense to Wood and Smoke. This album is strong, gentle, and wise. How many people do you know who can make a CD sound hand carved? Maybe that's like the feel. That's the hollowness, and that's that experimentation that I'm kind of feeling and thinking about. Maybe that's what it is. It sounds hand carved, impressionistic. I would 100% be up to hear some more, though. Thank you once again, R. Gray, for the recommendation. Thank you for the support and the suggestion. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Thank you, as always, for watching. Hope that you enjoyed your time here. Come back tomorrow, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.